for Facebook to come on. Hey guys, how are you? Super excited to be here today. Happy Tuesday. So today we are talking about how to package your expertise. So we'll talk about why you should be doing that and some practical steps on how to actually do that, especially if you are a coach, consultant, or an online service provider. So feel free to drop your questions or your comments into the chat and we can discuss them here live. Or if you're watching the replay, I will also respond to your comments. All right. So what does it even mean to package your expertise? So I'm sure maybe you've heard that before, but it means to package the things that you know how to do well into an offer of some kind. That's what it means to package your expertise. So for me, that would be your zone of genius. And your zone of genius has four elements. Hello there. It's going to be what you're extremely good at, been trained in, you're skilled in. The second thing is going to be something that you're really passionate about. The third is something that the world needs right now, and this is the world is classified as your target market. And then the fourth is it's monetizable, meaning that your target market is willing to pay for it right now. So, in effect, you are packaging your zone of genius. Okay, so how does one go about doing this? How does one go about packaging their expertise? There are a few steps that I would take in order to do this properly, provided that you actually have truly identified your zone of genius. So the first would be you need to focus on the things you know how to do well. What service could you provide with your knowledge that you have, your expertise, your training, certifications, all those things? Next, identify the people that could benefit from this particular service or product, right? Just a little hint the answer is not everyone, okay? These could be people you've helped before, maybe where you were in a certain part or point of your life, that would describe the person that would be the best fit for your particular um, offer or service, right? While you may feel like your product or service can benefit anyone and everyone, that still doesn't mean that the offer or what you have is going to be the best fit for them. So just keep that in mind. The third step is that after you've identified the people that will be the best fit for your offer, you need to determine what problems are they facing that you can solve with their expertise, right? Typically, our ideal clients have more than one problem, but you are only going to be able to solve maybe one to two of those problems, not all their problems. Okay, so identify what problems they're facing that you can solve. You have the expertise to solve. And then the fourth thing would be determine what that solution or solutions is going to be. What can you create specifically that's going to solve their problem? The more specific the problem is, the more high ticket the offer becomes, if that makes sense. So, your ideal clients, they really want transformation, guys. So, when you're thinking about the transformation you provide, keep your ideal clients in mind. What are they going to know how to do? What will they have accomplished? How will they feel? How will their life be impacted by working with you? Okay, those are things you need to keep in mind. Next, you're going to need a way to deliver the package, right? So we package our expertise, we have this offer. How do we deliver it to our ideal client? I see your question, Nikkei. I'll answer just a second. So as a coach, consultant, or online service provider, this can be done by having a coaching program, a consulting gig, a course, a webinar, a workshop, um, an ebook, a video training, an audio training, podcast membership, so many different ways. Those are just 10 ways that you could package and deliver your expertise, right? And each of these ways can and should represent a stream of income or revenue in your business. So it's really time to stop doing things at random because you see other people doing it. And it's time to start doing things intentionally because they work for your business, if that makes sense. So packaging your expertise is actually one of those things. Telling people that you can solve all their problems will not bring you more business. It's actually the opposite, because I guarantee you, most of the people that are going to probably be interested or say that they're interested will probably be most people that you don't actually want or aren't a good fit in your program if you get any clients at all. But by becoming very specific about the problem you solve and for whom and why it benefits them is what attracts your ideal client. Hey, Tiffany. So do you guys have any questions? I see Nikkei has a question. How do you market an event? What type of an event? Nikkei, can you be a little bit more specific with your question? There's lots of different ways to market an event. If you're on social media, that would be one way. You post it on social media, but there's a lot of different ways. And what type of event is it? Like, who's the target market for the event? That would also determine like what social media platforms you should be on. You could do grassroots approach. You could literally hand out flyers. Nikki. Okay. Nikki. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Okay. But to answer your question, I just need a little bit more information about what type of event it is, because I think that's going to really depend. You know, you're going to market, like, let's say if you're doing like a fashion show, right? That's going to be different than if you're marketing like a pop-up shop type of event, like who you're contacting, that's going to be different. But yeah, so that is a little bit about packaging your expertise. I'll wait for some clarification on Nikki's question. Says, I want to host a hands-on food training for kids. Well, that would be, I'm not sure what food training would be, but you would definitely need to market to their parents, because kids aren't going to be paying for your event, and it would be their parents making the decision whether or not they would need to show up, right? So I guess depending on what this kind of goes back to packaging your expertise, like what's the purpose of this event? What's it for? What is it going to help the children do and therefore help their parents do? Because anything for children, you really are marketing to their parents, because their parents are the one they're gonna pay for the event, so, or pay for whatever that thing is that you're trying to market to them. So it would have to be more so figuring out what types of basically who's going to benefit from this particular training, what do they gain, and you have to communicate that to their parents so that they would want to sign their children up for that particular event. I hope I make sense with that. Tiffany says, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to listen. Just got the notification." Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna post the replay in just a few minutes. So definitely feel free to watch that later. Nikki, if you have clarification or clarifying questions, you can also post those as well. I'll do a quick recap of everything. So we were talking about basically packaging your expertise, or how to package your expertise. So with that, there's a couple of things that you want to consider, like basically figuring out what your actual expertise or knowledge is going to be in. That's the very first step. The second is identifying the people that can best benefit from this particular service. The third is going to be identifying the people. After you identify the people, then you're going to want to determine what problems that they're facing that you can solve with your particular expertise. And then the last thing would be determine what solution or solutions you can create to solve their very specific problems. And the more specific the problem, the more high ticket the offer can become. Right? So, hey. So yeah, so that's just a snippet of like what you want to consider, or how you would actually go about packaging your expertise. In terms of delivery method, though, there's a couple of options that we can deploy, right? So we can do a coaching program, we can have a consulting gig, we can do a course, a webinar, a workshop, we can have an ebook, we can do a video training, an audio training, a podcast, a membership. Those are 10 ways, not the only ways, that you can deliver your particular expertise after it's been packaged, right? And each of those ways that I just mentioned, again, not an exhaustive list, would be a revenue stream for you in your business. Okay. So inside the Brand Builder Blueprint, that's what we actually learn. So I teach my clients how to, basically not only the key elements of packaging their expertise, but also how to attract their ideal clients, enroll them in their coaching programs, get more consulting agreements, and just sell more of their offers, period. So if you guys have questions about how I work with coaches and consultants, or you're ready to learn how to attract your ideal clients, grow your coaching programs, get more consulting offers, sign 3 to 5 high ticket clients per month, or set up additional revenue streams in your business, and you'll want to definitely click the link in my bio if you're watching me on Instagram, and apply for the Brand Builder Blueprint. If you're watching me on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, the link is in the description of this live. So it's the Brand Builder Blueprint. Click the link. It's the first link at the top. I'm going to go back and see if we have any questions. Any questions, guys? I know that Nikki put a clarification. She said cooking classes. So again, cooking classes. So for that goes into, again, really knowing your target market. Like, yes, it's helpful for children to know how to cook, but like, what type of person is going to actually purchase cooking classes for their child? So that's really where the market research comes in, so that you know how to properly market to them. Right. And also, obviously, yes, the child would know how to cook, but like, what other benefits would there be? Because, like, is there a certain method that you teach? Is there certain types of food you teach them how to cook? You know what I mean? Like, all these things would have to go into consideration when marketing classes. Hi, Tara. When marketing those classes. So just keep that in mind. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a DM, Nikki, and I'll be happy to follow up with you. Any other questions? What platform would I use for ebooks? That's a great question. There are hundreds of platforms. I guess it also depends on what else you're trying to do. If it's just for ebooks, Gumroad is a popular platform. You can deliver things with pretty much most email software. Do you have any email software right now at all? Because honestly, you don't necessarily have to put the ebook inside of a software. You can just, as long as you can email someone, you can link to like your Google Drive. So that's actually how I deliver a lot of my downloadables, is via email, and then they can link to Google Drive. Google. Okay, so if you're using Google, you still need like an email service provider, right? Something that would do a landing page. So there's honestly so many options. So leadpages.net, Gumroad, like I said, specializes in digital products, MailChimp, MailerLite. If you're looking more for a CRM, Kartra or Kajabi. Also, what's the other one? I just came. Funnel Streams is another one. ClickFunnels, ConvertKit, ActiveCampaign, like all these. Hello, all these softwares. Gumroad, like gum, and then like road, like you're driving on the road, but together. Gumroad. Gumroad is a popular one that online service providers use. I'm gonna type it into the chat, hopefully. Not gun, Lord. Okay. Autocorrect is not my friend. Here it is, the real spelling. Gumroad. There you go. It's the second one. Gumroad. There you go. Yep. Any other questions, guys? Anything else about packaging your expertise? Hi, Gardner. How's it going? Packaging your expertise. Any questions about Brand Builder Blueprint? If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to shoot me a DM. If you are watching me on Facebook or YouTube, then you can DM me at iSimplyShe. LinkedIn, I'm at Crystal Vernay, and Instagram, I'm at I_simply_she. I will be posting the replay here in just a second. Yeah. Oh, we got another question. Hold on. So Gardner says my battle is telling my story. Yeah. So storytelling is definitely an important part when it comes to building awareness about your brand and showcasing your unique value proposition, because everybody has a unique story, right? So I definitely would encourage you to. One of the ways that I worked on my story was actually to write it down, write it out, because there's like our story is long, right? So a lot of times we like include things that aren't relevant, but if you write it all out, you can kind of pull out the parts that are relevant to why you started your business and what makes your business unique. So try to connect your story with like why you started your business and what it makes it unique versus just telling your entire story. Because like I have a lot in terms of like my story, but I don't always tell it all when I am like speaking or talking about my business or doing like, you know what I mean, or doing speaking engagements. But you might hear me touch on different pieces here and there, based upon also to the audience that I'm speaking with. So like, for example, if I'm speaking to women entrepreneurs, then I will talk about, hey Tanya, then I will talk about then I'll talk about like basically my journey in terms of building the business. But if not, then I will just keep it straight up. Like, here's my experience and keep it moving. You are trying to come on. Hold on, let's see. No? Okay. All right. So, any other questions? Oh, there you go. Hey.
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing. How are you?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, so it was a little lag, so I was like, and I was about to type a question, I mean, not a question, but a comment. I was like, let me just see if she'll, take me on.
Absolutely.
My thing is, a lot of people are interested in my story, and I love telling it, but I just don't want to tell the same story over and over. And like you said, it is a lot to it, and you can interchange different parts of it as you talk to different crowds. But I feel like, let's say when I get interviewed by a podcaster or something, or an article, and me as a podcaster, I'm always trying to bring something new that I haven't heard from other people. So my research, I'll look them up and I'll see what they've said, and if they haven't, I'll kind of try to think out the box but I can't do that for myself, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess my question to you is, why don't you want to tell the same story? Isn't it the same?
No, it is the same story, but when I listen back to it, I guess that is one part of it. But I want to kind of like, I don't know, I guess I don't tell, I think I could tell it better.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. No, I got you. So we all can work on the way that we tell our story and the way that we relate it back. That's just a part of being a speaker and like growing in your speaker journey or podcaster journey, being able to storytell. I think that's definitely a skill you're going to need when you're growing your business or your brand. But I encourage people to keep their story the same. Now, as you're working it out, you're probably going to, interchange some parts here and there, but you do want people to like know you for something. If you continuously tell them a different story all the time, people's brains like familiarity, right? So if you're trying to grow your brand and your business, if they're constantly hearing something different all the time, which is why I tell people you can't consistently like switch out your offers all the time, because people don't know what you do. You're confusing them. So people, like, when they see you, they know, okay, that's the oyster guy, and I know that he does this, 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 and he's famous for this, 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 right? Like, because they've heard you say it over and over and over. It's quoted in magazines, it's on podcasts, it's on TV, wherever it is. That helps to solidify your, like, you, I guess, your personal brand as well as your brand as a business.
Okay. All right. I'll keep telling the story.
Yeah. It's nothing wrong with you should. Like if you feel like you're repeating yourself, you're correct.
Right.
Like that's actually correct. So don't beat yourself up about it. But what I would encourage you to do is for depending on who your audience is, maybe this is a part that's going to be more relevant than, and some parts won't be. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you're speaking too, sometimes we got time limits. We can't tell the whole story.
Right.
So you gotta make the fewest words count and tell the most impactful parts and keep it moving.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you around.
Right.
All right.
No. Keep doing what you're doing, and anything you're part of, I'm trying to join.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Appreciate it. All right, guys. All right. Let's see. Hey. Oh, nope. I think I have to click on your name.
Here I go.
There you go. All right. Perfect. All right, guys. So any other questions? I'm just kind of scrolling through things as scrolling through some of the comments to make sure I didn't miss anything. Anything at all, guys? Anything? Okay. All right, y'all. Well, let me recap for the folks who, or basically land the plane one more time for the folks who joined but don't know what we're talking about. I was talking about packaging your expertise, whether you're a coach, consultant, or online service provider. I did get a few questions from folks just that were listening, just about marketing, and got a question about storytelling. So there was a lot happening, but really ultimately all of it just goes back to really knowing what you're good at, what you're best at, what your expertise is, and what you can lead someone through in terms of transformation, getting them from point A to point B, and identifying your target market, who's going to be the best fit for your offers. And then are they willing to pay for that right now? Right? A lot of times we have these offers that may in fact solve a problem for folks, but they're not really willing, like it's not a big enough problem, so to speak. So make sure that that's happening when it comes to packaging your expertise. And we also talked about delivery methods. So there's coaching programs, consulting offers, there's courses, there's ebooks, there's webinars, there's audio training, video trainings, podcasts, memberships. There's so many different ways you can deliver your expertise. And like I said, each one would correspond to a different revenue stream in your business. Okay, so it corresponds to a different revenue stream in your business. So that's what we do inside of the Brand Builder Blueprint. Teach my clients, coaches, consultants, OSPs, how to set those revenue streams up, attract their ideal clients so they can enroll more clients in their coaching programs, get more consulting offers, and just sell more of their offers, period. So if you're interested in learning more about that, or if you're ready to go ahead and learn how you can do that in your business, then apply for the Brand Builder Blueprint. Again, the link for that, if you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, is in the description of this live. It's slayhardeveryday.co. And also on LinkedIn as well. And then Instagram is in my bio. You can reach me via DM, Facebook, YouTube at iSimplyShe, LinkedIn, I'm at Crystal Vernay. And on Instagram, I'm at I_simply_she. So I think that's it. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I do have a special announcement coming out tomorrow. If you're on my email list, you will find out first. If you're not on my list, get on my list. Click the link in my bio, or go to slayhardeveryday.co, and you can join my email list. But yeah, special announcement coming tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Take care, and I will talk to you guys later.